to open a register. Everybody who comes in to sign the register and whose name is on the voters register and who presents a temporary voter's card, we will reprint the PVC.
The presidential campaign train crisscrosses the states as the collection of permanent voters' cards ends. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission files petition against suspended Chief Justice Onagen. And federal government commits to the completion of vital projects. Good evening. Thanks for joining me on the Network News live from Abuja. I am Kenen Emma Abodike. Tonight, Michael Olaleye will be reading from Lagos. With few days to the presidential election, the All Progressives Congress presidential campaign is rounding off its campaign with visit to Kwara State. President Muhammadu Buhari in Ilorin says his emphasis on the three cardinal agenda of his administration is born out of his total commitment and desire to build a just and egalitarian Nigeria. Salihu Abdullahi monitors the rally.
APC supporters from across the 16 local government areas in Kwara State converged on the Ilorin Metropolitan Square to show solidarity for the APC and its presidential candidate, President Muhammadu Buhari. Party stalwarts commended the show of support, describing it as a practical demonstration of their resolve to key into the APC change mantra.
We have traveled all the country. We have seen the people. They want Buhari to continue with what he has started. This is the celebration of your freedom. This is the celebration of the falling of the Berlin Wall.
Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, give reasons why the people should vote APC.
Today, 9,886 homes in Kwara State are benefiting from the conditional cash transfer, which gives 5,000 naira every month to the most vulnerable people.
President Muhammadu Buhari assured the people that taking Nigeria to its past glory, where priority is given to ordinary citizens, drive his agenda.
I am very pleased with the performance of Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, because I listened to what he read to you on what this administration is doing in respect to Kwara State. I assure you that the undertaking we made in 2015 of the three fundamental issues this party believes in: security, economy, and fighting corruption.
The campaign train proceeded to Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, where the people have been encouraged to come out en masse and vote for the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari. Party stalwarts enumerated ongoing infrastructural development as achievements that need to be consolidated in the interest of national development.
The primary purpose of today's event to solicit support of the great people of Ogun State for our presidential candidate, who is the city president, President Muhammadu Buhari.
All of us in Ogun State, we have accepted President Muhammadu Buhari as our father.
President Muhammadu Buhari reaffirmed his resolve to sustain efforts that will promote the enabling environment for peaceful conduct in the electioneering period.
Wherever I go, I try to update the members of the public and Nigerians generally on our performances in the last 3.5 years. We have now achieved food security. Lagos and Ogun states, Kebbi, Ebonyi, Jigawa are among the states that have done or are doing very well in growing rice.
Salihu Abdullahi, NTA News.
The Emir of Ilorin, Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, has expressed formal support for the next level movement being spearheaded by President Muhammadu Buhari so that Nigeria's infrastructural development drive can be sustained for national prosperity. The emir made his position while leading paramount rulers in the state to receive President Muhammadu Buhari on a courtesy visit to his palace. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo was there.
Kwara, regarded as the state of harmony, is one place in Nigeria where for long godfatherism holds sway. As President Muhammadu Buhari comes calling, hopes are now high that the political equation in the state will be finally altered through the Broom Revolution. A further confirmation of the loyalty, support and allegiance of the people to the governing APC came to light when President Muhammadu Buhari, accompanied by Information Minister Lai Muhammad, visited the palace of the Emir of Ilorin as a mark of respect for traditional institutions. The Emir, Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, not only congratulated the president for executing his mandate in a peaceful manner, but also impacting positively on the lives of the people.
Even the election is just about a week. There is peace. There is tranquility. There is no bloodletting. There is no disruption of properties. That by itself is an achievement.
Left to be done, he said, is for President Buhari to take Nigeria to the next level and prayed Allah to guide him aright so that maximum successes can be achieved in his endeavors, including the re-election bid. President Muhammadu Buhari described as pleasing the show of support and appreciation by the Emir and the people of Kwara, promising to remain firm in the task of securing the country, transforming the economy, as well as safeguarding and effectively utilizing public assets for the benefit of all.
I assure Your Highness that in the custom of accountability, I will not give up. As long as I remain here, I will make sure that all those who are trusted with the public trust, they keep it according to the law. I'm very pleased people are understanding this administration and they are supporting us.
High-level engagements between President Muhammadu Buhari and the paramount rulers continues as he crisscrosses the country to garner support for his re-election. From Ilorin, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Labour Party standard-bearer in Kwara State, Comrade Issa Aremu, has thrown his weight behind the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari for second term. He made this formally known in Ilorin at a press conference from where Iyabode Odorunshola reports.
Since the presidential race began last year, the Labour Party did not succeed in filing a presidential candidate. The Labour Party standard-bearer in Kwara State, Issa Aremu, said the decision to adopt President Buhari was reached because of his wide acceptability on account of his integrity, frontal fight against corruption, and love for workers.
Why are we supporting Buhari is bring back that culture that governance is about service to the people. He's not a thief, he's even cutting thieves. This is the only president that has proven that presidency can be labor-friendly.
Comrade Issa Aremu had earlier met with the Association of Tailors, Sportsmen and Women, Nigerian Union of Teachers, religious sects and the Ebira community in Kwara State to solicit support for his governorship race and that of President Muhammadu Buhari. With less than 5 days to the election, Comrade Issa Aremu enjoined Kwarans not to sell their votes. Iyabode Odorunshola, NTA News.
Now, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo rounds off house-to-house campaign in Ikorodu and Ebe axis of Lagos State. The Vice President advised the people not to sell their vote and urged them to vote massively for President Muhammadu Buhari and other candidates of the APC. Governor Akiwumi of Lagos State and Abike Dabiri, Senior Special Assistant to the President, were among top APC chieftains that joined in the campaign. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
It is another act that touches the heart. Here at the Tailewa area of Ikorodu, the Vice President arrives at the homes of their reassures. At Berekojo area of Ekwe live their delicate Panyins. The Vice President visits and interacts with the members of the household. Both their reassures and their delicates represent their class, the federal government, with its social investment programs, says it is determined to take out of poverty level. And this is the message Vice President Yemi Osinbajo brings, giving them hope of a greater future.
Coming down to this level, we want to believe that we have Vice President that have us in mind.
Vice President Osinbajo, at earlier on arrival, paid homage to the Obas in council, led by the Anyogbunrin of Ikorodu, Oba Abdulkadir Adewale Shotobi. The monarchs commended government for the fight against corruption and improvement of the lives of Nigerians.
We are going to the next level, and Ikorodu is going to benefit from it.
Thereafter, the Vice President proceeds to address the crowd, made up of market women and men, artisans and power volunteers. Government, he says, has made plans to make available more funds to boost trade and commerce and to assist would-be entrepreneurs. Vice President Osinbajo also addresses the Arewa community in Sabo area in Ikorodu. At Ekpe, hometown of the state governor, both jointly addressed the crowd, calling on the people to come out and vote overwhelmingly for the APC candidates at all levels. The Vice President was also in the palace of the Elekpe of Ekpe, Oba Kamarudin Ishola Animashan. In Lagos, Jude Onifate, NJ News.
League of Imams and Alfars in the Southwest have endorsed the re-election bid of President Muhammadu Buhari in Saturday's election. The endorsement was at a town hall meeting organized by the APC Presidential Campaign Council held in Ibadan. Lukman Hassan has the details.
The clerics who identified that President Muhammadu Buhari had contributed towards the development of Nigeria affirmed that his re-election will enable him consolidate on his achievements recorded so far. Program identified as giant strides of the President Muhammadu Buhari administration in the Southwest include road construction, fight against corruption, and provision of funds to market men and women.
With this man, Nigeria has future.
He's a pious man, a man of integrity. So we don't want those who have looted our treasures to come back to power.
Cultural development across the country. The rail line now is working. Workers are not retrenched.
Ogun, Osun, Ondo, and Ekiti, they all agree together. They are all imam because of the integrity of these persons.
In Ibadan, Lukman Hassan, NTA News.
The collections of permanent voters' card ended this Monday after a 3 days extension. Are there still complaints from the citizens? Mia Ogidi finds out in this report.
It was a game of luck as the INEC officer returns to announce the cards that were available and those not available after going in to check with the temporary voters card. Many were really not lucky as the PVCs were not found, so leaving the premises with frustrating looks.
It's not ready. It's okay. When?
It's not ready.
You're telling me?
Without giving me a reason
to
why
come back
PVC
after election. So what's the essence of getting the PVC?
They've not printed the card. I say it's not possible because you can't prevent me to vote. I have to vote.
All that were reported were printed and sent to the states. It's wrong to tell anybody to come after the elections. But if your name is not on our register, then I'm afraid you have to re-register.
With this insistence from INEC, I had a chat with one of the INEC officers on why many of the PVCs were not available. She told me that many people ignorantly did double registration. So, that is against the INEC law and their PVCs cannot be found. This probably is one of the sundry reasons why many cannot get their permanent voters cards. Blames and excuses either from INEC or the citizens may not change the situation for now, as the collection is suspended till after the elections. So, those that have been asked to come after the elections may not participate in the 2019 elections. On a rather cheering note, the INEC local offices that were gutted by fire in Abia and Plateau State, those whose PVCs were affected, there is a good news for them.
We've directed the resident electoral commissioner to open a register everybody who comes in to sign the register and whose name is on the voters register and who presents a temporary voters card, we will reprint the PVC and then we'll make sure that the person's PVC is replaced.
Just days away to the D-Day, the International Conference Center in Abuja, where the presidential election results will be collated, is already getting the desired attention as the committee in charge takes a tour to ensure it's befitting for such a grade A exercise. Mie Ogidi, NT News.
Now, we are here to observe the elections, not to monitor. Those were the words of former President of Tanzania, Jakaya Kikwete, to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, as he leads Commonwealth Observer Mission to the Commission. Again, Mie Ogidi has the rest of the story.
In all its diversities represented, the Commonwealth of Nations Elections Observer Team has arrived in Nigeria. Former President of Tanzania, Jakaya Kikwete, chairs the team, and he tells INEC their roles in the elections.
After visiting and observing the elections, the preparedness of the elections, the election on the election day, how the elections are conducted, how the counting has gone on, we have a reasonable impression of how things have come, and then we'll come up with our report.
I reassure the international community that we'll always learn lessons from international best practice in ensuring that our elections meet not only our national aspirations, but international best practice.
The Commonwealth Observer Team was in Nigeria during the 2015 elections and at the end made 32-point recommendations to improve on the electoral process in Nigeria, including the continuous accreditation and voting process, which is now adopted in the 2019 elections. Mie Ogidi, NT News.
In the meantime, Nigeria has again reassured the international community of a free, fair and credible 2019 elections. Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyama gave the assurance when he met with Cyril Sato, a Senior Director for Africa and Special Assistant to U.S. President Donald Trump, on the sidelines of the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Foreign Desk Correspondent Makud Simon Macham reports.
This meeting between the Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyama and the Senior Director for Africa and Special Assistant to the U.S. President Cyril Sato is to touch base on several issues bordering on Nigeria-U.S. relations. At the meeting held behind closed doors, issues surrounding Nigeria's 2019 elections were discussed, as well as matters relating to the delivery of Nigeria's Super Tucano aircrafts ordered from the United States.
I pointed out that the government was absolutely determined to have free, fair, credible and transparent elections, that Mr. President is invested in that, and also that I had summoned the U.S. ambassador to discuss some of the utterances that had been made, and some of which we felt were not helpful, and that while we welcomed very much the role they had played in 2015 and the role that they're continuing to play, that they should be very careful not to cross the line between observing and supporting the process and appearing to be a partisan and interfering.
The minister also noted the request by the United States for support towards the political situation in Venezuela. From the AU headquarters in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Makut Simon Machan, NTA News.
And as Nigerians prepare for the 2019 general elections, the federal government has warned against any forms of threats to internal security before, during and after the exercise. In a statement from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General retired Abdulrahman Dambazo, says President Muhammadu Buhari is committed to free, fair and credible elections and peaceful polls. The minister also emphasized that all security agencies have been directed to arrest and prosecute anyone threatening internal security in any form during the elections. The minister advised the youth to shun political violence and that every citizen have the right to vote for candidates of their choice. The Department of State Services, DSS, has enjoined all stakeholders to be law-abiding and observe the rules of engagement to ensure the success of the forthcoming polls. A statement signed by Public Relations Officer, Department of State Services, National Headquarters, Peter Afunanya, says the DSS will professionally discharge its statutory mandate, reiterating that prospective lawbreakers are forewarned to steer clear of acts capable of undermining national security and stability. The DSS encourages all citizens to responsibly exercise their civic duties without fear, as security measures have been put in place for the safety of lives and property. The statement further advised Nigerians and indeed residents to be vigilant and promptly report to security and law enforcement agencies unusual activities or movements likely to undermine the elections, stating that the DSS can be reached on telephone lines 0705 565 5591, 0903 0002189 and email address dsspr@dss.gov.ng during the period under reference. This is the Network News broadcast live from Abuja. The news returns shortly. Join us again.
The UN compound houses about 400 employees.
The building is not safe.
The Nigerian capital Abuja is still reeling from Monday morning's rush hour bomb.
If the group did carry out the attack, it would be one of its worst.
2 suicide bombings in Nigeria. One targeted a convoy carrying Nigeria's main opposition leader.
Gun attack on the central mosque in North Nigeria's biggest city, Kano.
This used to be me. But that was before I got the perfect bag. It's handy and easy to use. All I need in one compact space, just like my MTN Extra Value plan. I used to get one plan for my calls and then try to remember which data plan worked for me. Roaming was a totally different ballgame. Not anymore. I've got the MTN Extra Value all-in-one plan. If you're a data buff like me, you get extra data with some talk time. And if you like to make calls, you get extra talk time with some data. And when I'm abroad, I automatically browse, chat, and call right on the same plan. MTN Extra Value was made just for me.
More of data or calls, whichever one you prefer. MTN Extra Value is made just for you.
Hello Nigerians, I bring greetings from all of us in the diaspora. Let's protect our future. Let's develop our country so those of us abroad can be proud to return home. Let's vote for integrity. Let's vote for development. Let's vote for the next level. I stand with Muhammadu Buhari.
He is one today, Joshua!
Inner strength? Yeah, that comes from the hard knocks that life throws at us. And we Nigerians, we know all about that.
Oh, a deadly right.
You don't stay down, you get up and fight. Sure, it's about speed, technique, quality of the punches, reach. But the real fight is with myself.
It's the power, but it's the speed as well.
But I can't carry this heavyweight title by myself. There's always got to be someone in my corner. And that's why I believe in Glow. We have that same tenacity, that Nigerian fighting spirit that makes us game changers. You have to dig deep to be a world champion. Yeah, we Nigerians, yeah, we know all about that.
What a fight!
Glow, our halo.
Heavyweight champion of the world!
His Excellency, the Governor of Kaduna State, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, CFR, on behalf of himself, government, and members of All Progressives Congress, APC, invites the good people of Kaduna State to come out en masse and welcome President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for the APC 2019 Presidential Campaign, which will be held on Thursday, 14th February 2019 at Muhammadu Dikko Stadium, Katsina by 10 a.m. The entire people of Kaduna State assure you our unflinching support and success to your second-term bid for continuity with the remarkable achievements in economic reconstruction, infrastructural development, fighting corruption and insecurity for a viable Nigeria. With Baba Buhari, next level is certain. Chairman, Kaduna State APC 2019 Campaign Council and Secretary to the Government, Mr. Mohamed Inua, announcer.
It has taken the previous government about 10 years to destroy Nigerian economy. And it's much, much more easier to destroy than to build.
We virtually achieved food security. We made fertilizer available. At virtually half the price, we met it. And we are producing it locally. We don't import rice virtually anymore. And we are even exporting grains.
Petroleum products have gone drastically down from about $140 to $50. For Nigeria, that's a major setback.
When we came, it was 20-something billion. It's now 43-something billion.
We are very, very serious about corruption and reorganizing the economic institutions of the country.
I was a little girl. I loved spending time with Mum and Grandma cleaning the house. I was so excited to sing in the choir. And your shirts are always so white. I knew what Mum's secret was. Today, I'm a modern woman that still trusts the secrets passed down to me. It's Jik, of course. The original trusted bleach, which can be used all around your house for amazing results. Shh, it's our little secret. It's no secret. It's Jik's best ever extra whitening power. Just Jik it.
I am fully persuaded that Nigeria needs a man who is credible. I am Chris Okotie. Dependable and trustworthy.
I am Chris Okotie.
I am Chris Okotie.
My mandate, therefore, will be to set a government which I've christened Government of National Reconciliation and Reconstruction as the mechanical instrumentality for the crystallization of the new Nigeria of our dreams. It's time to love Nigeria. It's time to fix Nigeria. I'm Reverend Chris Okotie.
It's time to fix Nigeria. If you love Nigeria, say, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Munch it, gotta taste it, crunchy feeling. Munch it, gotta munch it every day. Munch it, just give me that super snack. Munch it, oh irresistible. Munch it, makes me wanna say one munch, two munch, unstop munch. Munch it is here, irresistible. One munch, two munch, unstop munch.
Try a pack of Munch It snack at 50 naira.
2019. Atiku Abubakar. See, we don't articulate.
Get articulated.
I go follow the man where Sabi the road. I go follow the man where Sabi the walk. I go follow the man where go create employment. I go follow the man where go stop the hunger. I go vote for the movement we go make Nigeria walk again. I don't articulate. Articulate, my Yoruba people don't articulate. Niger Delta articulate, Hausa people don't articulate. Roma, Tifi, Igala, Ishakiri, Nupe, Manuri, everybody don't articulate.
For a better Nigeria, vote Atiku Abubakar for president 2019.
Welcome back. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has forwarded a petition to the National Judicial Council against the Chief Justice of Nigeria, who has been on suspension over allegation of non-declaration of assets. This brings to two the petitions to the NJC against Justice Walter Onogan. Judiciary correspondent Femi Okewo reports on the outcome of Monday's meeting by the National Judicial Council.
Monday's meeting of the National Judicial Council was to consider the response of Justice Walter Onogen and Justice Ibrahim Tanko Mohammed to the petitions written against them. The NJC has now constituted a committee to consider their response and report back to the Council on Wednesday, the 13th of February. But while that is being done, a fresh petition has been received from the EFCC against Justice Walter Onogen. And to that, another 7 working days has been given within which Justice Onogen is expected to respond. The National Judicial Council is still being chaired by Justice Umaru Abdullahi, the retired president of the Court of Appeal, on whom the NJC has expressed its confidence. In Abuja, Femi Okewu, NTA News.
The federal government says it is resolutely committed to completion of all viable projects across the country. Minister of State for Power, Works and Housing, Mustafa Baba Shehudi, gave the assurance while inspecting some of the ongoing infrastructure in Enugu and Anambra State. Works and Housing correspondent Muhammad Shamsa Sheikh reports.
Contract for the rehabilitation of Amansi Enugu Road as outstanding section of the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway covering 58 kilometers was awarded in 2015. In 2017, the contract was augmented to include the rehabilitation of Umanya Amobia Road on the Anambra side covering 36 kilometers. With a total length of 94 kilometers, the contract was awarded at the cost of 62 billion naira. So far, work on the project is progressing steadily.
Before the rain set in, we'll finish the 18-kilometer side of the road and go to the other side, which is 40 kilometers. And I think the company is competent. That's the wire with the limit. Overall, I think I am satisfied.
Contractors handling the project who confirmed to NTA News that certified works are being paid as at when due, promised to deliver according to contractual terms. With the pace at which the project is progressing, the contract looks certain to be delivered within its 42-month period. Muhammad Hamza Sheikh, NTA News.
You are watching the news at 9 on the network service of the NTA. Let's turn to Lagos now for more news with Michael Olaleye. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Kene, and warm welcome to Lagos. The collaboration between the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, and the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, has yielded the desired results. The Minister of State for Petroleum, Ibe Kachuku, at a press briefing on key achievements in the oil and gas sector. Annie Daniels has details.
The minister took a retrospective look at the state of the oil and gas sector, noting that it was characterized by corrupt practices. Worried by this trend, Ibe Kachuku disclosed that the present administration employed measures to right the wrongs, adding that one of such measures is collaboration with the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR. That further gave birth to several restructuring programs. These include value monitoring and benchmark, Physical Payment Administrative System, National Production Monitoring System, and Royalty Indebtedness Recovery, among others.
So that at any given point in time, on a real-time basis, we can tell what the country has produced for the very first time in the history of this country. We're also able, for the very first time in the history of this country, to tell you where those products have gone in terms of export, and be able to say whether they discharge on those exports. We'll also be able to say on a forensic basis whether there are some suspicious movements of some of those vessels after they have products in them.
What the minister has just said, the dashboard, is here in the form of a dashboard, and the minister can just anytime, any moment, 24/7, open it and see what is happening in the oil and gas industry, as already illustrated.
Thereafter, the minister witnessed a demonstration of the online real-time tracking system of crude oil and LNG to final destination. With this online tracking system, DPR says it's been able to reduce incidences of crude oil theft and petroleum products diversion, as well as generate more revenue for the federal government. In Lagos, Annie Daniels, NTA News.
Thank you, Annie. Presidential candidate of the Fresh Democratic Party, Reverend Chris Okotie, says is still the best option for Nigeria. He made the remark at the 32nd anniversary Thanksgiving of the Household of God Church International, Ikeja, Lagos. Adiola Omokive reports.
The Household of God Church, founded on the 1st of February 2007, is a church where Christ is celebrated. Founder and senior pastor of the church, Reverend Chris Okotie, who is the presidential candidate of the Fresh Democratic Party, believes that faith, responsibility, equality, security, and hope, which the party stands for, are what the nation needs.
And I'm hoping that the political parties will reconsider, because there is no partisan political equilibrium that can salvage Nigeria at this juncture in our political evolution. And that is why I believe that the Chris Okotie option is still the best, that I can set up a government of national unity, a government of national reconciliation and reconstruction.
While speaking on the 32nd anniversary of the Household of God's Church International, which began with 4 members, the senior pastor said the benevolence of God's grace has kept them thus far.
So we are thankful for the privilege of having served for these years on the luminous mountains of divine servitude.
In a homily, Reverend Okotie, speaking on the turned virgins, told the congregation to seek help from God and not man, while admonishing Christians not to allow the enemy, jealousy, and discontentment distract them from God's will. And in their characteristic manner, with hearts of praise and thanksgiving, members sang and danced to the glory of God, while Reverend Okotie went down memory lane with songs he composed from the inception of the church. Prayers were later offered for peace and harmony to reign in the country during the coming elections. In Lagos, Adeola Omokive, NTA News.
You're still watching NTA Network News. More after time out, please.
All TVs say picture quality, but never mention the most important color, black. It uncovers the hidden details of nature, brings out the richness in all colors, and reveals life. With self-lighting pixels, only OLED TVs make perfect black, and perfect black creates perfect color. LG OLED TV.
You discovered the things even before you discovered being a mom. You ate the things that you would not touch before. You have memorized voluminous books. Now keep discovering with Molfix Newborn. Its soft and breathable surface gently touches your baby's skin. Its ultra-absorbent structure locks the liquid in, provides the care your newborn baby needs. Molfix Newborn. Happy today, happy tomorrow.
On election day, here is how to handle your ballot paper from the point of collection from the polling official to the point of casting your ballot.
Once a voter is accredited, he is given the ballot paper roller.
After thumbprinting the ballot in secret, fold the ballot paper inward and flatten. Then proceed to the area where the ballot box is placed in the open and deposit the ballot paper into the appropriate box. Ensure the ballot paper is properly folded. Fold your ballot paper properly. Avoid mishandling your ballot paper and prevent blot ballots.
We are going to introduce quick dry impact so that will eliminate the risk of smashing and spoiling the ballot paper.
INEC, making your vote count, consolidating our democracy.
Oh yes, President Muhammadu Buhari has reduced the registration fees for NECO examinations. He has reduced senior school certificate examination fee from 11,350 naira to 9,850 naira. Basic education certificate examination fee from 6,000 naira to 4,000 naira. Common entrance examination fee from 5,000 naira to 2,500. And guess what? The era of impersonation is over. The council has designed a biometric verification device for screening candidates before going into the examination halls or centers. the scratch card purchase has been eliminated. You can now log online to get all required information from our website www.neco.gov.ng. Accredited schools can now go to our state offices to get the registration manuals for offline registration. This message is brought to you by National Examination Council, NECO.
I go really early, oh, I know your story. I go Yaba to buy material. I go tie my gele, yeah. I go no say I don't go. If you see my gele, oh, it go wound everybody. Gele. Let me guide you to yellow. Let me guide you to yellow.
3G is great, 4G is better. You don't know what you're missing till you experience it. Upgrade to a 4G device and SIM, SMS Get to 141 to enjoy double data on Nigeria's widest 4G network.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Who am I? I'm a caregiver, a slayer,
Give them.
a boss lady, a foodie. I am the chief quality inspector and chief organizer. And when I'm cooking with my Maggie Star, I become a kitchen grand master.
Every day, you choose to make the difference. That's why you choose Maggie Star. Made from natural soya beans and other carefully selected ingredients to help you cook the difference.
I am the chief enjoyment officer. And I'm the magnet that brings my family together. Need I say more? But best of all, I love what I do.
With Maggie, cook the difference.
PDP Presidential Standard Bearer Atiku Abubakar says if elected, he will restructure the country, revitalize the ports in the South to generate employment, as well as respect the rule of law at all times. Atiku Abubakar was speaking at the Rivers State PDP Presidential Rally in Port Harcourt, where Ogedi Nyekwere reports.
The Rivers State PDP Presidential Rally attracted party faithful from across the state in solidarity for a man they say will set the country on the path of steady growth. Former President Goodluck Jonathan, PDP National Chairman Prince Uche Secondus, Senate President Bukola Saraki, and the State Governor Nyesom Wike noted that the 2019 general elections should be taken seriously by every Nigerian. They persuaded the people to vote for Atiku Abubakar.
Abubakar will lead Nigeria forward.
PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar and his running mate Peter Obi commended the support of Rivers people and made commitments if elected.
You see the old Port Harcourt port, you see the other port, we will complete them.
In Port Harcourt, Ogedi Nyekwere, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Nigerians have been reassured of the enhanced security of lives and property as well as improved healthcare service delivery if President Muhammadu Buhari is re-elected for the second term. The wife of the president, Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, gave the assurance in a message when the Women and Youth Presidential Campaign team visited the palace of Gomo of Kuje, Haruna Tanko Jibrin. State House correspondent Aliyu Kabir reports.
The Women and Youth Presidential Campaign team, led by the representative of the wife of the president, Dr. Hajosani, paid a visit to the palace of Gomo of Kuje and traditional ruler of the area, Haruna Tanko. Presenting the message of the wife of the president to the ruler and his people, Dr. Sani assured them of President Buhari's commitment of consolidating on the achievements of the APC-led administration, especially in security, infrastructure, health, education, as well as women and youth empowerment. Other speakers followed suit in sending similar messages.
We are not saying that President Muhammadu Buhari is a Messiah, but we know that even in the good book, somebody was sent to part way for the Messiah. And we pray and keep praying that God should give us the grace for the president to return and continue the beautiful work he's doing.
My call to you, to Nigerians, is to come out on the 16th of February to vote for Baba Buhari again.
The house-to-house campaign was something different. It's a new experience entirely. It has been about peace, security, economy.
The Gomo of Kuje promised the team of the continuous support of his people towards the victory of President Muhammadu Buhari. The Women and Youth Presidential Campaign train moved to the palace of Sarkin Karshi Ismail Muhammad. While soliciting his prayers and the support of his people, the team used the opportunity to enlighten the people on the importance of maintaining peace before, during, and after the elections. The traditional ruler of Karshi, Ismail Muhammad, has identified himself with the good policies and programs of President Muhammad Buhari and assured them of his support for good governance, peaceful coexistence, and development of the country.
We are also very happy with the performance of the president. Quite frankly, we have seen how things have improved tremendously, because since he came, at least in the FCT here and some parts of the north, there have not been cases of these bombings that everybody has seen. Even the Fulani problem that we have had with Fulanis and farmers, you've noticed that this thing has virtually been eliminated.
In Abuja, Aliyu Kabir, NTA News.
Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated businessman and philanthropist Sir Emeka Ofor on his 60th birthday. A statement by Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, says that President Buhari joins family, friends and well-wishers across the nation to celebrate the humanitarian leader, whom he said has worked tirelessly to reduce poverty by creating employment opportunities for Nigerians and championing basic health care for the vulnerable in the society. The President commends the celebrant's dedication to polio eradication in the country, abiding commitment to democracy, as well as his numerous contributions to the governing All Progressives Congress APC party. President Buhari praised Almighty God to grant her Ofor good health, joy, love and peace to keep working for a brighter future for Nigeria. You are still watching the network news on the NTA, sports update and weather coming up presently. Join us again.
The level of preparedness by the Independent National Electoral Commission is the focus this week on NTA Tuesday Live as Nigerians go to the polls from Saturday, February 16, 2019. NTA Tuesday Live at 10:30 p.m. every Tuesday promises to be incisive and informative. Don't miss it.
The Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, under the Executive National President, Comrade Osakpo Erio, invites all Nigerians to the formal launch of the first phase of 300 Mass Transit Support Scheme to be performed by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustapha. Father of the day, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Chairman of the occasion, Comrade Adams Oshomale, National Chairman APC, host Muhammad Musa Bello, Minister, Federal Capital Territory, special guest of the day, Senator Chris Ngige, Minister of Labour and Employment, Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, Minister of Transportation, Boboye Oyeyemi, Kormasha, FRSC, Muhammad Adamu, Acting Inspector General of Police, Omiwale Kamarudin Okpeyemi, MD CEO, Beamfest Multi Ventures Limited. Announcer.
2019, Atiku Abubakar. See, we don't articulate. Get articulated. I go follow the man where Sabi the Odo. I go follow the man where Sabi the Woko. I go follow the man where go create employment. I go follow the man where go stop the hunger. I go vote for the movement we go make Nigeria work again. I don't articulate. Igbo people articulate. My Yoruba people don't articulate. Niger Delta articulate. Hausa people don't articulate. Doma, Tifi, Igala, Ishekiri, Nupe, Manuri. Everybody don't articulate. For a better Nigeria, vote Atiku Abubakar for president 2019.
Sore throats, it's often caused by bacteria and viruses. Feels like you're having a party. You need Strepsils. It soothes the pain, plus it fights the germs with 2 germ-killing actives. Double power in 1 lozenge. Bye-bye sore throat. Take Strepsils.
Hello Nigerians. I bring you greetings from all of us in the diaspora. Let's protect our future. Let's develop our country so those of us abroad can be proud to return home. Let's vote for integrity. Let's vote for development. Let's vote for the next level. As a member of Team Nigeria for Change, I stand with Muhammadu Buhari.
The Air Task Force of Operation Lafia Dole has destroyed an Islamic State West Africa province ISWAP training camp and neutralized several terrorists at Malkolori in northern Borno State. The Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Ibukole Daramola, indicates that the operation was executed after intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance aircraft observed significant human activities with several structures, equipment and vehicles spotted camouflaged under the dense vegetation in the area used by the terrorists for training. 2 Nigerian Air Force Alpha Jet aircraft were dispatched to attack the location, dropping their bombs successfully within the camp, leading to massive fires and resulting in the neutralizing of several terrorists and heavy casualties. The Nigerian Air Force, operating in synergy with surface forces, will sustain its efforts to completely destroy all remnants of the terrorists in the northeast. Time now for sports update.
The duo of Peter Itiku and 19-year-old Elizabeth Ayanacho rounded off Team Nigeria's performance by winning gold in the male -80 kg and female -67 kg categories on the final day of the 2019 Nigeria Open Taekwondo International Championship at the Abuja National Stadium Velodrome. Team Nigeria clinched 9 gold and 1 bronze to lead 14 other countries on the medal table of the G1 World Ranking events.
It was not really easy because I was having this unusual energy loss, which I don't normally have.
The level is really good, and I think it represents the level of Africa.
Uganda's Eva Mangala emerged overall champion of the 21st Ladies Open Championship, which ended Sunday at the IBB International Golf and Country Club Abuja, with the top 5 players set for more World Amateur Golf ranking points. The handicap 4 player grossed 244 over 54 holes to edge out Nigeria's duo of Rachel Danjuma, who finished with 248, while Aminat Wilfred was 6 shots off the pace with grosses of 250.
Rachel Danjuma led up to yesterday, but hole 2 and hole 4, she said she missed it.
and then she gave it to the Ugandan.
Tributes have continued to pour in for former Secretary General of Nigeria Football Association, Taiwo Ogunjobi, who passed on in Ibadan after an undisclosed illness on Monday. The former 3SC of Ibadan player and general manager served as the scribe of Nigeria's apex football governing body from 2002 to 2005 and was, until his death, the chairman of Osun State FA. With sports updates, Ayodeji, Makinde, NTA News.
Now, President Muhammadu Buhari says he is saddened to learn of the death of a former Chief of Army Staff, Major General David Ejo, retired. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says that President Buhari extends heartfelt commiserations to the Ejo family, the Urhobo Nation, and the government and people of Delta State on the demise of the elder statesman and courageous officer who had a distinguished career in the military and remarkable service to the nation, and whose loyalty, commitment, and dedication to the unity of the country were never in doubt. The President prays Almighty God to repose the soul of the departed senior citizen and comfort all who mourn the much respected octogenarian. Weather report is next.